Well, hello there and welcome back to another Final Fantasy video. This video is going to change your perspective on how you see Final Fantasy XIV, because right now you probably think this game is not about PvP. This game has bad PvP. This game doesn't have PvP. I cannot play the game because of queue times. Forget it. Forget all about it, because this game is literally going to, in a few months, to become the best MMORPG with PvP. Like, you know, the best PvP MMORPG. I didn't say the best MMORPG, that's up to you. But the best PvP in an MMORPG. Because right now, the game's frontline, which has low queue time, is actually quite fun. But we want more than that. We want more than that. We don't just want a single PvP mode that you can play and don't really get any rewards for it. But now, things are changing, so let's get directly to it. I'm so excited to talk about this. I've been preparing for this video for a long time, and now finally the time is to record it. So we have a little agenda for today, and it's not really the agenda you see right now, but that's like the most, like, that's the bullet points of why the PvP is gonna get better. And then after you watch these bullet points, you can basically leave the video. But if you want more explanation on each of the things, you can stay and have some fun with me. So first of all, PvP is coming in 6.1. So when patch 6.1 is coming, the PvP is getting a huge overhaul. Like the game director has finally seen that the game needs PvP to get all the players in the world. Because yeah, you know, like the same with World of Warcraft, you have a lot of PvE players, but you still have those 30% PvP players. And I think, you know, the game director from Final Fantasy really want them, because the state of PvP in World of Warcraft right now isn't too good. So if he can do it even better, you know, what's holding people back then? So first of all, complete overhaul for the game player versus player system, coming with patch 6.1 as I stated. So we're getting like a full complete overhaul. So we're getting a new small scale 5 versus 5 PvP game mode. It's a very cool game mode. So that you've probably seen like in Overwatch where you have like a car in the middle, and then you have to push it into the enemy space, and every time your team dies, then the enemy can push the car. So you'd have to push the card, but he's actually like a crystal. I'm coming back to it, like a lot more coming back to it. And a battle pass like for Final Fantasy series reward system. So we're getting something like a battle pass ish. But it's gonna be like in series, so we're like gonna get series 1, series 2, series 2, 3, you know, like seasons. You could basically call it seasons, but they don't call it seasons, they call it series. But we're getting some kind of battle pass-ish thing, so we can grind PvP and get rewards like mounts, armor, you know, stuff like that. But it's really helping. So why should you grind PvP? Because now you can basically like get rewards from doing it, which is pretty cool. Another thing is they are removing the feast. The feast is you can say the main PvP game right now for the game. But the problem is every time you queue up to it, you have like 30 minutes before you get into it. It's kind of annoying. One of the reasons to why it has a long queue time is actually the next bullet point. They're going to remove role-specific actions and matchmaking in all PvP modes. I know right now the feast is probably the only one who actually has it, but that's just how it's stated. And that means the next PvP mode, the 5 versus 5 one, where you can both play like casual, rank, stuff like that, so you can really push rating. It's not gonna have role specific anymore. Before in the feast, you needed to have like 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS. That's gonna screw up the queue time, because now it's not just everyone getting queued together. Now you need to wait for both teams have a tank, both teams have a healer, both teams have 2 DPS. Like you can really see how it's really screwing up the queue time. It's not supposed to be like that in PvP, but the next PvP mode is not going to care about which role you play, but it's going to care about which jobs you play, you know, the classes. So you cannot have 2 warriors in the same party, you cannot have 2 red mages, you cannot have 2, you know, dark knights, you get what I mean. So that's actually a quite cool thing. So every team has to be like some kind of like different. I think it's like to make sure you don't get up against like 5 dark knights, which is gonna like spam self-healing. That would be kind of, or 5 white mages, could you imagine that? Yeah, good luck with that. But yeah, also and this is so cool, they're implementing a new calling card system that allows players to customize their profiles in PvP. So basically when you meet people in PvP, you can click on them and it will open up like a card where it shows, you know, some kind of background you have chosen, the badged avatar you have chosen. Then it will probably show like how many kills you got, how much rating you have, like a PvP profile that really shows who you are, which you can customize and like get new skins to it and so. It's so cool, like so cool. But let's go even further into this because I have more information on this one. So here we have some more information. So the Final Fantasy letter from the producer from the show called Live Part, and I can't actually remember that number there, revealed a complete overhaul for the game's player system coming in patch 6.1. And namely, Square Enix will add new small-scale 5 vs 5 PvP game mode to Final Fantasy. A battle pass like Final Fantasy series reward system will also give players mounts, gear, and other items. Square Enix is also removing the Feast PvP mode alongside the patch 6.1. That's basically what we just stated, but just like a little refresh of it. So, and this is the new PvP mode. I'm just gonna remove my camera for 2 seconds, like there we go. So you can see right now, this is the new PvP mode where like each of the people, each of the team has like a lane you need to push, and then still, of course, you can move around the whole map and like stuff like that. But you can see here, like you have to like move it through the lanes on the map. So it's basically push the crystal and win. The new Crystal Combat PvP mode will be pit 2 teams of 5 players against each other. Each of the 5 team members must choose a different job. Exactly, true. But there are no role restrictions. And that's so good, so good, so good. Players can also choose between casual, ranked, and custom matches. So basically, if you're like me, a YouTuber, you could do custom matches like arena, like let's do arena 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3, something fun to watch. And then also you can play, of course, casual if you just want to have a haha and grind your battle pass. And you can do rank where you can like basically get season rewards, like they also always have like a really cool skin you can get in the game, but it's only for like the top 100 best people. This will actually now be able to grind because people's gonna play this mode and it's gonna have like no queue time. So it's gonna be cool. So like I'm just gonna like grind it like a lot. I'm probably gonna play Dark Knight in it. Players will be awarded special titles and accolades based on their final season ranking and tier. Exactly. Yeah, matchmaking will be skill based like Final Fantasy's the Feast mode. I think that's only like for the ranked mode, like because I think casual is just always like random, but the ranked is probably going to be like you meet people who are on the same rank as you. Also, the 2 teams are tasked with taking possession of a large tactical crystal located in the middle of the map, similar to PvP modes in other games such as Overwatch, Team Fortress 2. The first team push the crystal to the enemy's goals wins. There are several different maps planned. Each map will also feature special mechanics to avoid, such as Bomberman style cross explosions across the map. Yeah, actually they showed like a picture. I forgot to show it here, but they showed like a picture where you actually can see like an explosion across the map. It's kind of stupid I forgot that picture, but I'm probably able to find it quickly here. There we go. So here you can see. So this is like, so you can see you have like the map where you pushes the lane, and then you have this explosions going on and stuff like that. So every match is not gonna be like the same because there's gonna be like maybe some maps is gonna have like water, so you have to swim, but you know what I mean, like it's gonna be different on each map. So it's gonna be, oh, this is the map where we have to do this or that, so it's just not the same, like. And that's one of the things that is a bit boring for me in Dota and League of Legends, because it's always the same map, but here it's like it's gonna be different, and maybe they're changing the whole style of the map and stuff like that. Furthermore, Square Enix is also removing role-specific actions and matchmaking in all PvP modes. Instead of players will have access to PvP-specific job actions and adrenaline rushes. Yeah, it's pretty much what they have like right now, a specific job. Like if you're playing a tank, you can have something like the counter spell. If you play DPS, you can have like the self-healing on damage, stuff like that. Each job will also have the ability to self-heal, reducing the stress put out on healer jobs when playing PvP. More information about these PvP-specific job actions will release at a later date. So right now we already have PvP-specific spells, but they're going to add probably like even more. So you could actually theoretically play without a healer because everyone is having self-healing. But on the same time, having a healer will of course be still a benefit. So it's like, but they're basically saying you don't need a healer, but a healer will still be nice. Like, and it's going to be less stressful for the healer because everyone will be able to like heal them up. Separate from the Crystal Conflict season rewards, a new, so basically that's like Crystal Conflict is going to have its own season rewards, like the higher rating you have, the better rewards you get in Crystal Conflict. But next to it, as they see here, a new series reward system will apply to all PvP modes. By playing any PvP mode, players will accumulate series experience and increase their series level. I don't know why they didn't call it like season, because series is such a weird word. But yeah, okay, series level. At certain intervals, players will unlock special mounts, gear, and other items specific to that series. After a certain period, the next season series will begin and players' level will reset. So it's basically going to be like in Fortnite with the level system they have, that you can level up and get rewards, and then suddenly they say, okay, the season is going to end in 1 month, 1 week, and then you have to really grind the last thing to like get your things and start over, which I think is pretty cool. Like it's basically making me want to play this game even more, because now I can just stand in a PvP lobby, hang out, and do PvP, and grind and grind and grind stuff, and get stuff that raiders who doesn't like PvP cannot get. Like, they get stuff I don't get because I don't raid, and I get stuff that they don't get. Like, I think it's a fair deal. Like, it's a fair deal. With each series level, players will also receive special tokens that they can exchange for rewards. These tokens will carry over to the next series if players choose to accumulate them. Importantly, players will eventually be able to exchange their tokens for any past series rewards that they missed. So basically, you get these tokens and you can buy stuff from them, but you're not going to lose them when the season is ending. You basically carry them over with you. But the last one here, for any past series rewards that you missed, it sounds like they're bringing back like the top tier sets, which only the best in the game got. Which I know the people who got it, they will be like, oh, this is not fair. But again, when they played the game wasn't that popular as it is now. So it looked like a lot of people is coming to the game now. It's like getting really popular. Like they probably increased like 200% how many people play it. So wouldn't it be fair that everyone had a chance again to get it? Like, you get what I mean? But of course, I understand for the people who really grinded it and got to top 100 and got the armor, they're like, that's not fair. But I don't know what they mean here. Maybe I'm also wrong. Maybe it's not what they mean. We'll see. We'll see what they mean with it. Lastly, we also have this one here. Finally, Square Enix announced that it is implementing a new calling card system that allows players to customize their profiles in PvP. These calling cards will eventually appear outside of PvP as well, and will function as a business card of sorts. Customization options for calling cards will include as rewards throughout the game, with some as PvP season and series rewards. Great. And a big shout out to siliconera.com. It's basically these text snips here are coming from an article they have wrote, and like they have really got all the information together. So really big shout out to siliconera.com, and it's Andrew Kaya who actually like made this post on their website on siliconera.com. I will leave it down a link in the description, because that's only fair, because I'm basically using their text. But really appreciate they made this article, so I will be able to make this video. So getting back in Final Fantasy, as you can see my warrior standing on the right. So if you're new to this, is just going to be bonus information. If you already are a veteran player, knows everything about the Final Fantasy PvP, you can stay. You can leave. But if you are new to the game and you kind of want to see what is the PvP about, stay for a bit. Stay for a bit. But else, for all the veterans who watched and just wanted to see what's new coming in 6.1, thanks for watching, it was a pleasure. But for the people who want to learn a bit more about PvP, feel free to stay, because it's going to be fun now. It's going to be real fun, real fun. So basically, we have this island here called, I always forget the name, like Wolf's Den Pier. You will find this island, like if you go out on a map, go to La Noskia, then down here in the bottom, all the way to the bottom, you have Wolf's Den Pier. You basically get to the island through a quest you get here in this place here called Lower La Noskia. Go to this little island down here, and there will be like an NPC here, about here, which will, you can get like a quest, and then you can like travel out to this island here, where it's a PvP island. When you go to this island here, you are basically changing the way you play. Like, let me show you here. I'm just gonna pick on my Dark Knight's Bane. So basically, when I don't play PvP, I have like tons of spells. Like I have so many spells. But in PvP, it's very cool. You have to open up, go down to your character, go to PvP profiles, and here you go. So here you have the PvP profile. Here you see all your spells. So basically all the spells that you normally had to use in a combo, they throw them all into one spell. Like one spell. So you just spam one spell and they keep switching between the spells, like a macro or something like that. It's so cool, like so cool. So I love that, because that means in PvP you don't have to focus on 100 spells. That means you actually just have to focus on like one single target spell, one AoE spell, like the same for those. And then you just have some kind of selected spells down here, who also have maybe a bit changed and so on. For example, tanks here, I actually think everyone has that. But for example, I have this one here called Medical Kit, which is basically healing me for 3,000. And I can use it 3 times. Like you can see here, like healing, healing, healing. So this one is really strong self-heal. So if someone tries to nuke me down, I just spam that one and like get like tons of heal. Beside of that, we also have like spells like Aegis Boon, which reduce damage taken by self and nearby party members for 25. I'm pretty sure that one is like that's only for tanks. You can see this one, jobs of this disciple of war and magic, so that's like for everyone. But this one here is only for like paladin, warriors, dark knights, and gunbreaker. I always forget what they call it. And then I have like rest of the spells here. But you can see when you get all the spells down, you only have these. And then you probably ask, but you still have 2 spells you haven't showed here. That's because you have this additional page where, for example, melee damage, they can like pick a spell in here where they get healing from attack spells, which is pretty cool. But in my case, for example, I have this one here, which is countering all incoming attacks for 10 seconds. So basically, if I use this one here, like this, boom, then if like let's say a samurai, if he kept attacking me, I did actually tested this yesterday with a samurai, and he lost like 50% of his health by just attacking me. I was just like standing like this, like and he was like attacking me, and he lost 50% of his health because of this counter attack. So basically, imagine if I attacked him with all my power on the same time with having this counter on, and he didn't see the counter and he just attacked me, I would have blasted him to death. Like I would literally have killed him so bad. And then you have like other spells here, like pushing people away, so you can push them over the edge in PvP, like deal less damage, like have a draw effect, so you can like grip people to you, or just like damage reduction here also. And also you have like this sprint ability here, where you can like sprint for like it really makes you like run faster. So it's pretty cool. Like it's instead of just having sprint, you also have like this one, bolt, which is cool. So that's like the main first thing you need to know, like where is the PvP island and what about your spells. And that's why I just kind of want to play PvP in this game, because I love having no spells in this game. So if I could, I would just only be playing PvP and just screw all the other things in the game. But the problem is, as the game is right now, it's not that way. Because if we open up the Dungeon Finder or Duty Finder, we can go to the PvP tab, and you can see you have like the feast here. That's you have like casual mode, rank mode, and team rank mode. So like this is only for solo players, and this is like for people who has a team. And you can see you need 1 tank, healer, melee DPS, and ranged. Oh my god, that's why. And that's even more why the queue time is just so horrible at this. And that's a good thing why they remove it. So basically, you cannot play this, because every time you queue up to it, like let's say, okay, I want solo rank, it's just gonna say, oh, you have to wait 30 minutes. And trust me, I know people have been waiting 55 minutes. Nothing happened. So just don't do it. The only PvP modes that really works, in my opinion, is like if you go down here on Frontline. This one is changing every day, so sometimes you can play this one, sometimes you can play this one, sometimes you can play this one, sometimes you can play this one. And Frontline is actually quite fun. It's like 24 versus 24 versus 24. I'm pretty sure that's the right number, right? Yeah, 24 versus 20. So it's basically 3 teams who are playing against each other, and it's quite fun. Like it's like capturing things on the map, like, you know, who gets the most point in for this like next 20 minutes, stuff like that. It's really fun. Then you also have rival wings down here. Rival wings can also have like a quite long queue time, as you can see, 30 minutes. You better have to like wait for events. It's like a MOBA where you have like lanes. You have like lanes where you can summon robots. We have towers. It's basically a MOBA, but that one also have like extremely long queue time. But yeah, it's probably going to change when they actually begin to give us rewards in 6.1, so people actually feel like, why should I play this? A very good tip, like a super good tip for you, is go to your front page, like do the related here, go to the bottom here and do the front line here. If you're low level, you're probably gonna get 1 level for this, like do this one here, join it, and you're probably gonna get like 1 level, but it's only once a day. So you can see you can only get the reward once a day. I already got it here, so I have to wait like till I think 2 o'clock or something like that, because I did it yesterday. So I have to wait like before it resets. But this one, do it every day on 1 character, and trust me, you get so much experience points for it. I think like I'm level I was level 80 when I did it on my warrior, and I got a half level of doing it. I mean, 20-minute fun, killing a lot of people and getting a half level, that's really good. So just every day go in here, do frontline just every day. The same with like the one here called leveling. That one you should also do like 1 day every day, like just to get like the extreme big bonus boost from with experience points. But basically, yeah, so the only PvP mode you can play right now is frontline, and I always recommend queue up here to get the most reward out of it. Just queue up here, because it will automatically pick the one that is available, and you don't have to go on this page. You just this one here, queue up, have fun, and enjoy your points. While you're doing that, you're also going to get currencies. You're basically going to get these currencies here called... Was I so smart? So okay, yeah, I showed you here. So you can also have, if you open up currencies, whenever you do this frontline or any PvP mode, you gotta get these wolves marks. Wolves marks can be used to buy PvP gear. Now you're probably asking, so gear matters in PvP? And my question, or my answer to that is no. No. In this game, everyone has the same stats, kinda. Tanks, they got 20,000 HP. DPS, I think it was like something like 15 or 10,000. You know, like all melee DPS have this life, all casters have this life, healers got this life, and tanks got this life. So of course tanks has most HP, they have like 20,000, and I think DPS has like 10,000, 15,000. You can Google it. I found it like where it says like tanks, healers, blah, blah, blah. So of course when you play tank, you're gonna have more HP than others, but of course DPS naturally deal more damage. But tank needs more healing, or like more health, because we're gonna be the guys who are gonna soak all the damage. But basically, from this currency here called there we go, Wolf's Mark, you can buy PvP gear. The only PvP gear that really like matters, like here you can see, like here we have the magic weapons, we have like the melee weapons. This guy here just sells like random weird stuff like this one here, so you can like horns in your head, like okay. Then we have like the warrior slash melee's armor and the magic armor. So basically, if we started over the weapons for the warriors and so on, you can choose the expansions like Stormblood, Heavensward, ARR. So let's take Stormblood. Here you can see like you have the different gears, and here you can see the gear doesn't really have stats. It is only pure cosmetic. So for example, if I wanted to have like, okay, I want the warriors item, cool, that's gonna be this one here, which look actually pretty cool. And okay, I want the Dark Knights. Okay, that looks horrible. So I wanted the Gunbreakers, because I'm gonna main Gunbreaker now. Okay, that looks even more horrible. You know, stuff like that. And you can go like Bard, boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay, the Bard's bow is actually looking insane. Wow, okay, ooh. And the same over here, you have like magic items, so Stormblood, and the same here, like I want to have a White Mage. Okay, and this is the weapon you get as a White Mage. Sorry, my eyes itchy. Okay, so, and the reason why you can choose expansions is because they, of course, release PvP gear in each expansions. They haven't yet released gear in Endwalker, but that's coming in 6.1. And don't know how it's going to be like. If you can buy, you can probably buy it like from those tokens they talk about. Then you can also choose Heavensward, where you can choose like what eye level should it be. Because back here, gear actually had stats. You can see like each of the items like have stats. That was like a change, because gear has stats here, but still it's only going to be good, this gear, if you are level 60. Like if you are level 60 and you get this gear, yeah, it's going to probably be okay for you. Because I remember when I was level 50 on my warrior, I bought this AR gear here, like eye level 110, and I bought the full armor of this one here on my warrior, and it was actually quite strong. Like it was actually quite good questing gear. But for end game, no. But again, keep in mind, stats doesn't work in PvP, so it's only gonna help you in PvE. So it doesn't matter. So don't get PvP gear for stats. It's only pure glamour, you know, transmog glamour, where you can go in here and change how you look. Oh. What's my glamour menu? Okay, it looks like they have removed the glamour menu when you are on the PvP island. Okay, that's how it is. But again, and the same here, you can go here and say armor. I want the Shadowbringer's armor. I want it for specifically... it's only the first expansion, like the first game, that had specific class gear. After that, they were just like, we don't want to create gear for each class. We're just going to make for all, you know, like all tanks has the same, all melee has the same, all casters has the same. Quite boring, as you can see here, like there's only like these different types. So we're going to say, so even if you're going to say paladin or warrior, it's the same. But here you can see, like here, save. If I buy the newest one from Shadowbringers, I'm going to look like this. Which is okay, but it's kind of annoying because then you're like, okay, I want the weapon with it. Oh, or they didn't do weapons. Oh, okay, never mind. So it's like, yeah, it's up to you when you want that. But still, that's so just so you know what you can use your currencies for, which is pretty much worth. Just to end this in a good way, I'm just gonna also show you over here that you have dummies you can train with. Like, you can literally go here and train with these dummies. Like, okay, so you're like, okay, I have 0 spells. Like, it's so cool. How do I actually play this? Okay, so if every time I spam one, it's going to use a different spell, and boom, some MP regeneration. Like, oh, some cell healing. Great. Like, you know, you can try, like, really see how does this actually feel like. Then you're going to notice, you're going to, okay, I want to test warrior. I'm in combat. How am I going to supposed to get out of combat from this? Like, oh no. And you're probably like running around and like, oh no, what am I gonna do? So what you actually have to do is, it's quite annoying. You have to run all the way to the end over here, because it's not gonna go away. So you have to like go all the way over to the end here. I don't know if people have a smarter trick, but you can see I keep getting in combat. Like, I have my HP bar on when I'm in combat. So I have to like go in here, go upstairs, and there we go. Exactly at this point here. And then you're out of combat and you can switch again. So like, okay, I want to test Sage. There we go. So now we're testing Sage in PvP, and you can see I almost have no spells. It's so cool. I really love how less spells you have. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is this place here. Like, this here. The dueling ground. In here, you can basically duel people. So if I jumped in here and someone else came, I could right click on him and say duel. So you can really like test. Yesterday I was testing against the samurai with different tank specs to see which of the tank specs was like best in a 1v1, which like you know, a tank versus a samurai. So stuff like that. But it's pretty cool, so you can like test real. So if you really like, you know, if you play World of Warcraft, you know, like going outside Orgrimmar and duel people. This is basically it. This is why you duel people. Again, it's not very populated because PvP in this game is just like kind of dead. But that's why in patch 6.1 they really want to like get it back on track. And I'm just like, I'm gonna be there day one, no matter what game is out, no matter what I'm playing. When patch 6.1 is coming out, I'm just gonna be there. I'm just gonna be there. I hope did I remember to like move the box away from the webcam when I actually showed you the gear? I'm actually uncertain of that now. That would be kind of embarrassing. Oh yeah, I had it in the middle. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it. That's everything you need to know about PvP. We have no stats. We have less spells. We have a cool hobby here with no people in it, so you're pretty much all alone all the time. We have one battleground that only works right now. You have to queue here, but it gives you like almost a level every day. So yeah, so I just personally hope more people is gonna get into the PvP, so it's gonna be more fun for us who plays PvP. But yeah, go into the game, play the normal game, get some nice transmog like this, and when patch 6.1 is coming out, that's why you want to go to this island here and have fun. So yeah. But go here and check out all the weapons, all the armor from the PvP window, and see if there's anything of that you like. What else? Thanks for watching. It was a pleasure making this video. I was really excited for making this video because I think patch 6.1 is going to be so awesome PvP wise. So thanks for watching. Have a great evening and see you in another video. Bye.